Okay, so we have seen some css and styling issues that we have fixed in the last video. So now as you can see that this is appearing in the middle, so instead of that we will just quickly fix it to appear at mostly like when where the chat boxes or the pop-ups appear. Okay, so we are making this one, and of course we will need some z index, which is usually much higher than any of the contents. So I will simply add this to left and top is now not used, and yeah. So after reloading as well, this started appearing at the bottom. And one important thing remaining is usually the pop-ups are not open all the time, so I will just add a button, open chat. As this button is appearing at this point, we can even put this inside, or else we can style this. So let's quickly style this button itself. Okay, so this style should work for the button, and I will just add a class to this one. And we will write this class here, button open chat, and all styles goes here, and this will stick or follows the same attributes as the chat box. So I just copy and pasted those, and of course the position should be absolute, which is missing. Yeah, so you can see the button. So what this button should do now is this should toggle the chat box. So I will create like is minimized equal to true, and this button will toggle this one, this chat box, I mean star ng if not minimized, then of course it is maximized, and star ng if is equals to is maximized. And once you click on this button, so this becomes false, right? So by default you will see this button, once you click on it, it will open the start chatting button. And let's copy this style for X button from here. Yeah, it is here, and let's put it inside this one. Yes, so this button will not set the chat view to false, but it will set is minimized is equals to true. So open chat, minimize chat, open chat, minimize chat. If you go to this one and close the chat, it will go back to the list of the chat windows or the users that we kept for now. So if you minimize this again, it just goes like this. And I guess this is what we should expect from just a general application when it sticks to the page. So just as a testing, right? So let's verify if our things are working fine, and whatever contents that the page have, we should not overlap those. So what I've done is I restored the HTML contents of these app component HTML, and you can see that the chat box is appearing at the top, and of course this is scrolling, but we will have to give the position as a fixed in this case. So let's go and change this to absolute to fixed, right? And even if you scroll the page, it will not change its own position, and this is important. So I guess this is how you will do the styling for your component. Instead of this one, I will say fixed, and for here this one should be fixed, right? So as you can see, the open chat, instead I will just rename this to like similar to need help, right? So this button will do the start chatting, and yeah, I guess okay, it looks like some issue with it was disconnecting. Okay, once it restarted, because my machine was kind of slept, so that's why this got disconnected, but it looks like it is connected again. Anyway, so yeah, I hope you understood like how we will going to make these changes. And of course, if you do hello, so one thing that you may be still interested is like, instead of using multiple browsers, how can we do the chatting within the different windows? So I believe that is more easy, and I will take it as a null, so that if it is null, then it is picking up the new browser ID, and of course every window will have its own different ID. So if I click on this one, then hey win2, alright. So if I go to this one, oh, that guy said win2, I will say win1, right? So this is sent message, and this is how you received. So, and I hope that the server, if it is still connected, yes it is, so it is logging and dumping the messages to the Atlas DB. So this is the workflow that we will going to implement, and in the next video we will see that how we can ship this nugget in different ways.